Hello, Oracles. What is Tesla doing? Today, we're going to go over all of the questions that people are asking for the earnings call. We are also going to be discussing another price change here in the US. So, we will get into that and more in just a minute. Well, to get things started, for those of you who have not heard, Elon Musk is on trial for the tweet that he made back in 2018 stating that he was going to be taking Tesla private. So, Elon Musk, Google's Alphabet, had standing interest in buying Tesla. Google's parent, Alphabet Inc., had a standing interest in buying Tesla, Chief Executive Elon Musk said in court Monday, referring to an earlier deposition. That factored into Musk's decision to try to take Tesla private, then the CEO said. Musk is under cross examination by his lawyer, Alex Spiro, after an hours long examination by a plaintiff's attorney in which he said his funding secured tweet was absolutely truthful, as he had initial commitments from a Saudi Arabia investment fund and also could have sold part of his stake in privately held SpaceX. And Elon had stated this previously. He had said that he was in talks with the Saudis back in 2018 to be able to take the company private. So this is what's going on right now. And if there's any concerns as to how this could play out and actually factor into Tesla itself and the stock, worst case scenario is there's going to be some sort of fine that Elon is going to have to pay, and that's truly really it. So there's not going to be anything major that comes out of this as far as the outcome, one way or the other. All right, so now into the price change here in the US. Sawyer Merritt tweeting out breaking Tesla has increased the Model Y long range price in the US by $500. New starting price is $53,490 before incentives. Now, to me, this does make sense. I do still think we might end up seeing another price cut coming, at least for the Model 3. Right now, it seems like the Model Y is cannibalizing the Model 3. We are seeing inventory levels on the Model Y continue to come down. Meanwhile, the Model 3 has kind of leveled off. So we may see a little bit of this, but this is really just Tesla playing around right now with the pricing to find that sweet spot to see what is going to be the best pricing. So they obviously took that first big initial hit, see how things were going to go. Now they have gone up that $500. Again, we will just wait and see. We will see what the IRS does come March, and then we'll see how Tesla reacts to that as well. All right, so now we are going to jump into the top questions that are being asked by retail investors for the earnings call. And you guys can give your answers to these questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to what I think Tesla might be saying to any of these questions along the way as well. So the first one, after recent price cuts, analysts released expectations that Tesla automotive gross margin, excluding leases and regulatory credits, will drop below 20% and average selling price around $47,000 across all models. Where do you see the average selling price and gross margins after the price cuts? Well, quite honestly, I just did my valuation model and 47,000 is exactly where I see the average selling price being. However, I do see them coming in with 24% margins. I do not know if Tesla is actually going to answer this when it comes to the margins. I've never actually heard them say that before, other than them saying that, they do intend on exceeding 30% margins in the future going forward. So that's their goal. But whether or not they're going to tell us what that is for this year could be something that they're probably going to answer with. There's so many unknown factors when it comes to costs that they really cannot give an answer because there's too many uncertainties in the market right now. Next question, is Cybertruck production still on track for mid-year? I have a feeling they're just going to say yes. That is their goal. They have not changed that at all. Elon has still said that we are looking at production starting in the middle of the summer, and then we will have volume production by the end of the year. I have no doubt they are going to reiterate that. But now, when it comes to a lot of these questions, we can't see them, but I try to take tone of voice into account to hear how they are answering it. So that can sometimes give us an indication as well. And I will be on the live stream tomorrow to go over that with you guys. And if I hear things like that, I will let you know. Next question. The solar roof product continues to struggle to gain traction. What has Tesla learned from this? And what changes do you foresee in future solar roof versions to increase scale? This is going to come down to cost cutting. This actually might be something Elon dives into a little bit deeper to break down what they're doing for cost cutting, to see what they're going to try to do to increase sales. He has mentioned before that the cost of the solar roof is the hardest part right now, and they're looking at different ways to reduce that cost because in turn, that will reduce the price for consumers. So maybe he will break into that a little bit deeper. When will Tesla announce production Cybertruck specs and pricing? I would actually like to know about this as well. Maybe we hear about it after Investor Day. Maybe we go through that and they share all that pricing and information with us. That would be nice because that to me is kind of the next big step. I think we are going to see the pricing and spec sheet before we actually see the Cybertruck production come out. It'll be different than the Semi. So I think this is going to be coming up soon, and hopefully they can actually tell us when we will see it. Of course, in Elon fashion, he'll probably just say 2 weeks. Another good question here. Please provide a detailed explanation of where you are on the 4680 ramp. What are the current roadblocks? When do you expect to scale to 10,000 vehicles a week? So to me, that's a great question because that there is really a huge component to when it comes down to the cost cutting of the vehicles. And that goes back to that margin question. The faster they can ramp the 4680s, the higher the margins are going to be in the long run. So this is a very pertinent question to when it comes to margins as well. Next question is, since Elon started political influencing, polls from the Morning Consult and YouGov show Tesla brand favorability declining in 2022 and division along partisan lines. Such brand damage can impact demand. Does Tesla track favorability, and how will any brand damage be mitigated? I have a feeling they're going to probably punt on this one because honestly, I don't know Morning Consult and YouGov. I don't know if they're swayed by one side or the other. So truly do not know this one myself, but I have a feeling they're probably going to be punting on this one and probably say something like their vehicles are still selling as quickly as they can make them. So clearly it hasn't damaged the brand at all. Another good one, and we had discussed this before about Hardware 4. Elon has said previously that FSD Hardware 4 will most likely come first in Cybertruck. Is that still the current plan? Do you expect there to be an upgrade path for Hardware 3 cars to Hardware 4? So this is a good one, and I was thinking that Hardware 4 might be coming along with Project Highland as well. But again, Hardware 4 coming for the Cybertruck would make sense if that comes this summer, and then they may end up putting it into all the vehicles after that. But this is another good question that I would like an answer to. And the next two questions are the last two we are going to go over, and it's something that I'm actually very interested in. They have to do with energy. The first is, what is the current production and future 2-year forecast of Tesla energy? Powerwall, Megapack, Tesla Virtual Power. The next one is, what kind of margins do you expect for the stationary energy storage business in 2023 and then 2024 and beyond? Separately, will you consider reporting energy volumes in the product and delivery report? So these to me are great. I would love to see a breakout of megapacks and power walls, and I would love to hear about what they anticipate for margins. Some people have been seeing megapack margins as high as 50%. So something coming directly from Tesla to break this down would be important because for me, this is the next huge S curve that Tesla is about to embark upon. And I would like to have more information on this to really be able to gauge what that S curve is going to look like and what we can anticipate over the next 2 to 5 years with it. So overall, I do like those questions, and you guys can let me know in the comments below if there's any other questions you would like answered and what you think Tesla is going to say to any of these questions below as well. And again, we will be doing a live stream tomorrow. I will have two of them. One will be for when the earnings first drop. We will do a quick overview of that, see what the numbers look like. Then I will come back on and do another one for the earnings call itself to see what everyone has to say. I have a feeling Elon is going to be on this earnings call. I don't know where he's at right now with the court case and things that are going on, but I have no doubt that Elon will be on the call for this, as he typically is on these for the end of the year earnings calls. So otherwise, thank you guys all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below, and we will see you in the next one.